Hello guys, and welcome back again to another episode of the Babylonians Crypto channel. And in this video, I would like to explain what is Terra Luna in a nutshell in 10 slides. And this is really for those who are new into this project and wants to understand more about what is Terra Luna. Before that, some disclaimer, this channel is just for educational purposes and it's not a call to buy or sell. So please do your own due diligence before investing in cryptocurrencies. So what does Terra do? What is Terra Luna? To begin with, Terra Luna is in the business of stable coins. So it comes from the motivation that one, crypto is volatile, and two, nobody uses crypto. If you go and look around and ask who is using crypto, probably only less than 1% of them tell you that they are using it in their daily lives. So what Terra wants to do is to create a family of stable coins to drive adoption of blockchain in the real world. And by being able to create this parallel currency in the world of blockchain, it makes payments and transactions faster, cheaper, and more efficient because no intermediaries are needed, right? So that is their core business model, which is the utility and adoption of stable coins and cryptocurrencies in the real world. So to understand the heart of what is Terra Luna, we should first understand how stablecoins work. And right now, these are the three main broad categories. First is fiat collateralized, and that means you have real US dollar physical notes in your reserves. And each dollar out there in the crypto world, USDT or USDC, can be redeemed back for $1 of physical note in the reserve. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Second is crypto collateralized, and this involves depositing a crypto, say Ethereum, as a collateral and issuing out a certain percentage of stablecoin based on your collateral ratio. So let's say if the collateral ratio is set at 150%, so that means to issue and mint out new $100 worth of stablecoins, DAI in this case, you have to put in Ethereum worth $150. And if the price of ETH increase, you can issue out more DAI since now your buffer increase, right? But if the ETH price falls, then either you add in more Ethereum into your collateral or it gets liquidated. So that is how the crypto collateralized stablecoin model works. And finally, the last category is algorithmic stablecoins. And this is where Terra Luna comes in. So let's say Terra UST. Terra UST is a stablecoin that is backed by the supply of Luna. So Luna can be burned to mint new UST, and UST can be removed from circulation by minting Luna. So this might sound probably confusing to you at this moment, but let's see how this works visually. So the way to think about the utility of Luna is that it is a token that absorbs the volatility of stable coins such that it can maintain its peg. So let's try to understand how this works. First, you have this stable coin UST right now, and let's assume that UST right now is worth 1 USD because the demand of UST and the supply of UST is the same, so it's $1. And try to think of the blue colors, the supply of the stable coin and the supply of Luna as interdependent, so they are interrelated. While the yellow color section over here, this represents the demand of UST. So this is independent of everything else, including the price of Luna. So what happens when you build more dApps and the demand for your stablecoin, your UST, increase? And how this works is your demand would outstrip the supply. And this would eventually break the peg, right? Because now your 1 UST is trading at a premium since demand is more than supply. And what Luna does when such a situation arises is that the supply of Luna will be burnt to mint new UST. Because just now remember that we mentioned in order to create new UST, Luna can be burnt. And in order to destroy UST, Luna can be minted. So if UST is trading at a premium, then Luna supply will go down because it is being burnt to mint new supply of UST, such that the new supply matches the demand. So again, if the demand goes up, now this will break the peg, UST will be trading at a premium, and more Luna would require to be burned to create new UST so as to match the demand and bring back the peg to parity. And vice versa, if the demand for UST falls, so let's say if this starts dropping, this would again break the peg because now you have more supply of UST than what people want. So when this happens, the price, let's say $1, will become maybe 95 cents. And in order to bring back the peg, then your supply of UST must reduce, right? So you would destroy the amount of UST, and this would lead to the increase of Luna supply. So the supply of Luna and the supply of the UST or whatever stable coins moves in an inversely correlated manner. When more UST is needed, Luna will be burned. When less UST is needed, then more Luna will be minted and the supply of Luna goes up. Right now, the three main primary drivers for the demand of Terra stablecoins is Anchor, Chai, and Mirror. So the Luna token acts as this counterbalancing force to adjust the supply of the stablecoins to match the demand of it such that it maintains its peg. And that is really the whole idea of what Terra and Luna does, as well as the interrelationship between Terra and Luna. So if you think about this, the value proposition of Terra Luna is actually really simple. The more Terra money is being used, be it UST, the Korean won, or whatever stable coins, the more Luna is needed to be burnt. And that introduces scarcity, which makes the price of Luna goes up. Likewise, if less Terra money is being used, then more Luna is being minted, and this dilutes the current stakeholders. So in short, a bet on Luna is basically a bet that Terra money gets widely adopted, and that is how you should think about the value of Luna. So now let's go through very briefly what each of these three projects does. First is Chai, and this is their flagship product of Terra Luna. Chai is an actual real business, a fintech payment company in Korea, and they allow users to pay for their daily needs and expenses with their Chai card. So think of them like the GrabPay, Shopee Pay, WeChat Pay. It's just a fintech payment app. So on the front end, these guys have no idea that they are using crypto, but actually on the back end, they are using the Terra blockchain. So how this works is they just deposit their fiat, the Korean won, and on the back end, it is actually converted into the parallel version of Terra stablecoin, the KRT. So what is interesting about Chai is that most crypto projects out there are just targeting crypto users, right? But Chai is doing it different. They are targeting non-crypto users, just normal people on the street like you and me. So Chai raised a total of 75 million in funding. They did a Series A of 15 million and another 60 million in December of 2020. And some of the more prominent VCs are SoftBank, Hanwha Investments, and SK Network. So they are planning to use this money to expand Chai outside of Korea with this new funding. And here are just some quick stats about Chai. They have about 2,200 merchants with many big brands including Netflix recently. And the top 14 banks are already integrated with them. The number one convenience store, gaming publisher, bookstore are all using Chai. So right now, Chai has 2.4 million total users, which is about 5% of the Korean population. And there are about 77,000 daily active users, which process more than 100,000 in daily transactions. So all these transactions are actually processed and run on Terra blockchain under the hood. And I can tell you that there's no blockchain or crypto out there that achieve this level and scale of user adoption in the real world. So Terra Luna has a real business backing it that generates real value and revenue for the ecosystem. Next up is Mirror Protocol. So this is their very first dApp, which is wildly successful after their initial launch. And in just 6 months, they have hit a total value lock of $2 billion. And that has caused USD to trade at a premium, and a lot of Luna is being burned in the first few months of 2021. So Mirror is just a synthetic stock market, and how it works is basically you just mint any stocks you want by putting down a collateral, and these stocks mirrors the price movement of real world assets through data oracles. So investing in stocks through your traditional broker and on Mirror really makes no difference, since our primary reason of investing is to capitalize on this price action, right? And this can already be fulfilled on Mirror. Except Mirror is much better because it is decentralized. Anyone can use it, no KYC needed, just the internet. And it is open 24/7. You can own fractional shares. So I can buy $50 worth of Tesla or $80 worth of Coinbase. And the best part of it is that you can provide liquidity and you farm on these assets. So these are some of the examples right now. I'm yield farming Tesla and Coinbase, and I'm earning a dividend yield of about 60%. So I've actually sold all my shares on Interactive Broker and bought them on Mirror instead. So a lot of people see this as a risky move, but actually it's a lower risk play, because by doing this, no matter the stock price goes up or down, you earn the yield in Mirror tokens by providing this liquidity. So in the event if the stock price crash, at least you still have the dividends that can cushion off some of these losses. So this is really what Mirror is all about, and recently they just got listed on Coinbase Pro, and also Mirror V2 is launching very soon. They are about 99% done, and I think right now they are just awaiting the audit. The second protocol that launched is Anchor. So Anchor is a savings and borrowing protocol. They are giving depositors a fixed interest rate of 20%. And this is provided for by the use of the collaterals that have to be deposited when all these borrowers, they want to borrow money. So a lot of people, their first question is, how is 20% sustainable, right? Where and how do they pay you this 20%? And I've actually done out a detailed video on it, which I will link down below. You can check it out if you are keen. So Anchor launch also quite recent. It's around mid-March. So they're almost 3 months old now, but there's already $500 million worth of total value locked inside right now. And a few catalysts to look out for in Anchor is, first, they are going to integrate other chain tokens to be put as collateral. So in the future, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, Atom, all these can be used as collateral to be put inside Anchor and borrow money. And second is insurance, and this is their Ozone protocol, which is also coming very, very soon. And this is just the insurance for depositors in the event that any smart contract risk or failures, or when things go wrong on Anchor. And finally is the ability to deposit USDT, USDC or DAI as deposits in Anchor and earn this 20% fixed rate. Because right now you can only deposit UST to earn this interest rate. But getting UST is not so accessible since it's not listed on tier 1 exchanges. So right now, Chime, Mirror and Anchor, they are the 3 main primary driver, and all of them are operating at full speed with huge momentum and traction. But what is next for the second half of 2021? And this is what excites me the most, because there's just so much that's going on right now. There's a lot of builders, a lot of protocols, a lot of airdrops, and I'll very briefly go through each of them quickly. But before that, it is good to know that the management guidance for Terra UST is to hit 10 billion by the end of this year. So right now we are at approximately 2 billion. And if you think about it, 2 billion in 6 months. That means if we were to hit 10 billion, it needs 8 billion in 6 months. So things are really going to go exponentially from here on if this target is going to be hit. First, Pylon. So Pylon should be around the corner. Pylon is just using the use of Anchor, that 20% fixed interest rate that you get, to pay for recurring consumption. So imagine Netflix is $200 a year, and you just deposit $1,000 of your capital and you get Netflix for free. Because now your yield of on Anchor pays for your subscription, and at the end of the year you can withdraw out your capital and you just enjoy Netflix for 1 whole year. Second is Ozone. As mentioned earlier, Ozone is a insurance, and this could be a pretty huge thing for Anchor, because I think lots of money are on the sideline due to the fear and all this uncertainty of smart contracts. And also Harpoon protocol. Harpoon is a user interface to catch liquidations on Anchor from borrowers. Again, you have to watch the Anchor video to see how this works. Next is the Nebula protocol. So Nebula protocol is like ETF investing or passive investing, and you are just investing in the narrative, the trends like robotics, AI, genomics, energy, or DeFi, or whatever. So this is also a pretty big thing that Do Kwon is working on right now, and hopefully they will be releasing soon. And also next is Columbus 5. So this upgrade also is pretty huge. This is a big upgrade. It's an infrastructure upgrade, a shift from Terra 1.0 to Terra 2.0. So there will be many parameters, economics changes, and the whole Terra protocol will become more efficient. But what I'm most excited about is that the swap fees on Terra would now be redirected to stickers instead of being burnt. So most likely Luna stickers, your dividend use would be increased. And next, Mars protocol. So Mars recently just released their red paper 2 days ago. It's quite a complex project, but I think it works quite similar to Anchor. It's just a lending and borrowing protocol, and this is incubated by Delphi Digital, and they are launching in Q3. SPA protocol is another decentralized fund management, asset management protocol. Not much details are out for this yet, but their UI, their vision, it looks really sick. And also they are launching in Q3. Next, Alice. Alice is another big thing. Alice is going to be like the Chai of Korea, except they are going to target the US market. And Satan also, again, is like Chai, like Alice, just that now they are targeting the European market. And Cash is targeting the emerging markets, and Tick is targeting the Australia market. So a lot of things are going on, and finally some of these catalysts for Terra Luna is the Solana wormhole. So this is a bridge between Solana and the Terra ecosystem. And also the Atom Cosmos IBC, again, is a bridge between the Cosmos ecosystem. And also some of the Hopium is a UST listing on tier 1 exchanges like Binance, but this is not confirmed yet, it's not official, so nobody really knows whether this is going to happen. And also Luna Coinbase listing, and ARK Invest, they also did a podcast with Terra, and hopefully they are going to release it through the ARK Invest Twitter soon. And finally is the Busan news. So this Busan is also another Hopium, another rumor, which we don't know whether it is coming or not. But if it is, then Terra Luna is going to be really huge. And last but not least, what can you do with the Luna token? So you can stake your Luna token and earn some dividends. Staking rewards are non-inflationary, and it comes from real network transaction fees, real business usage, and user adoption from different countries. And that's why you see your rewards are in stable coins from different countries, because these are real users that are paying in the stable coins for their daily expenses. So you can see that the formula for Luna staking is the Chai transaction fees plus the Mirror Anchor transaction fees plus the swap fees, which is going to happen after Columbus 5 upgrade, and also all the airdrops that you will be receiving. So right now you only receive Mirror and Anchor airdrops, but in the future there's like almost 20 protocols that are going to be launched in the second half of 2021, and a lot of them have promised to give an airdrop of some kind. And finally, before I end off, I just want to pose this scenario to you, and that is, what if you are given a chance to directly ask the CEO of Grayscale, the world's largest digital currency asset management that service the Wall Street institutions, the high net worth clients. What if you can ask him a question? You are given this opportunity to ask, hey, you know, what cryptocurrency should I buy? What do you recommend? What is the next big thing in crypto? Would you be keen to know the answer? Well, he has given the answer, and that is the plumbing, the connectivity between the crypto ecosystem and the traditional financial system. So it's not NFT, it's not DeFi, it's not CBDCs, but is the project, the protocol that is able to bridge the real world and the crypto world. And in my opinion, Luna does this better than other crypto projects out there. And that is why I'm so bullish on Terra Luna. And that's it for this video. I hope this gives you a good insight and an overview understanding of what Terra Luna is, as well as the potential of it. So if you like this content, if you like our channel, if you want to see more of such content, do remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, and see you in the next video.